basically, I say, look, you'll get the results. It's like that saying I've got there, it'll take you 4 weeks to notice, your friends 8 weeks, and the world, and after 12 weeks, the world will just go, that guy works out of it, that guy works out, right? So that's why I kind of always push that one, and it's consistency, all right? Don't just say, oh yeah, I'll do it for 2 weeks, and if I don't get anywhere, I'm giving up. No, that's not how it works.
Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of the Wellness Podcast. This week we're having guest speaker Brett come on. Brett's been a trainer at Casey Race for the last 7 years. In that time, he's worked at the Casey Race in the health club about 3 days a week and has built up quite a following for himself. Most days he's completely booked weeks in advance due to his clients to come in to see him for check-ins, reviews and initial consults. As well as that, Brett's taken on a few groups within the facility and outside the facility too. So Brett's done some active kids in the past as a program. Yep, he's done some warm water classes, as well as he goes across the road and does the Bella Bella stretch and strength class with the older adults, as well as the Limbrook active movers class, and as well as the men shed class, which you see those guys getting out there and smashing some workouts with Brett. So it's really good to see. Brett, so I just wanted to say, thanks for coming on, and we'll get started with wanting to know what, I guess, started your passion for fitness and health.
It goes back, I was 19, just over 40 years ago. One of my mates came up and said, do you want to go to the gym? And he was overweight, and the plan was that he was going to lose weight, I was going to gain weight, and we were going to meet in the middle. Never got that far, but that's where it all started. And I was hooked. You get instant results when you first start, and it's just like, I just love it. And so I kept going, and I've got my own setup at home, and just kept going. I think we went for 2 or 3 years, and back then you didn't have the silver spoon service like we get here. Back then they gave you a card that went for about 3 months, and you read the dates across the top. You finish the card, you go, right, I've done. And they go, here's your next card, see you in 3 months. And that was it,
Wow,
but yeah, a lot of things changed, and as I said, what the guys get here, the PSPs, that's just awesome. It's just, you can't beat that.
Have you been active throughout that whole time, since you first started?
Yep, absolutely, there might have been a couple of months here and there where I wasn't training. But generally you miss that, and you just know you're going to do it again. You just know, you're going to do it. So you get back into it, and there might be, you might have got sick or something like that, but you're going to get back into it.
I guess we see that with a lot of members as well. Some are up and down a lot of the time, but they're always, I guess, come back to it. I guess for those who don't know, Bretto is 60. If I'm saying 60, we're 61. So and every time someone says something about, I guess that they think he's in his 40s or 50s. They don't know how old he is, and it's just a testament to, I guess, a long, healthy lifestyle for himself. I know Bretto's diet's pretty good as well, and has been for a long time. What's your diet consist of at the moment?
Okay, well, I think I mentioned to you, we just had a look at Fast 800 recently. But before that, you kind of try and stick to the basics. The good quality proteins, the eggs, chicken, fish, on the meats and that kind of stuff like that. And you don't overindulge in the junk stuff. It's hard when you've got a 16-year-old son who just wants to live on that kind of stuff. So you've got to buy snacks for him, but at the same time you just got to, and you kind of know. As I say to most people know good food and bad food, but they usually have too much portion.
Correct.
Portion's a killer. So I just kind of just always kind of stuck to that same thing. I remember when I first started doing the gym and all that. We'd go down to Red Roost and we'd get half a chicken. Right, so we wanted our half a chicken because that's what the muscle guys
get
did.
The protein.
You didn't wash it down with a big MK for sugar, but it was just getting the calories in and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's just always been just the way it is. And I did a challenge back in 2000, Body for Life challenge. And I remember starting that 12-week challenge, no coffee, no tea, and they basically gave you a rough idea of what to eat. And that's fine. So we went through that 12-week challenge, and I remember after we finished the challenge, I felt guilty making a cup of tea.
Right, okay.
For a couple of years.
Wow, yeah.
You kind of make a cup of tea, it's okay. You can make a cup of tea.
You second guess yourself, you're like, I did this for so long.
And it's like, so that's one of those things that just kind of builds up, like the habit we're trying to get the members to form coming into the gym. They're just starting their journey, but that's what you're trying to impart, get them to keep coming back. have good habits, and that's all you can do. But yeah, I just kept staying active as well. That's the key to it as well.
Yeah.
What advice do you give to your clients, I guess, in regards to trying to find that consistency or staying active?
Basically, I say, look, you'll get the results. It's like that saying of it there, it'll take you 4 weeks to notice, your friends 8 weeks, and the world, after 12 weeks, the world will just go, that guy works out of it, that lady works out, right? So that's why I kind of always push that one, and it's consistency, right? Don't just say, oh yeah, I'll do it for 2 weeks, and if I don't get anywhere, I'm giving up. No, that's not how it works. So you've got to keep putting in. So you just kind of try and keep them motivated, try and make sure you book them in, get them back for their appointment, keep them accountable. I always try and put myself in their shoes. So as soon as they walk in, I pretend that's me. How would I want to be treated? Right, and I go from there, and I always try and make them laugh. Right, so you try and get them relaxed, get them laugh, crack a joke. Might be a really bad joke, but you try and get them relaxed and have a laugh and say, right, I'm going to put you on the scanner. I know you've been eating bad food.
Tell me now before he tells me the truth.
And it's funny how they come back, and it might have been after Christmas, and they fess up. Look, before you put you on the scanner, I had this and I had, hey, that's interesting.
The honesty. It's like a truth serum.
So the visual fat reading goes up and, So you want to get a rough idea of the diet. So that usually keeps them pretty accountable.
Excellent. And I guess a testament to yourself, the amount you are able to keep them accountable as well too. So Bretto, for those who don't know, has the highest retention rate out of any of our trainers for reoccurring appointments. So a lot of his members have been long term and see him, I guess, every couple of months, and he keeps on his back. So if they don't show up, he makes sure he calls them and gets them in. And I think that's the level of service that Brett provides within those consults is what calls that. And Brett's told me that before is the silver spoon service. So every member that comes in, he treats them the same no matter what they are, who they are, or fitness level they are. So that's excellent, mate. So
that's it. And again, not all clients are straightforward.
Correct.
There's injuries. Age related. I mean, Kelly came in today. She broke her wrist really badly, and she's just doing rehab, and that she can't grab with that hand. So we worked out a program. She's doing lower, all leg stuff and that, and she's doing the physio with trying to strengthen that wrist. She's got a scar on each side.
Wow.
She did a job on it, and so you get challenges like that. They come from left field, and sometimes you've got to go, okay. I have to do a bit of research, and I'll get back. You get a program. You nut out a program for them, because you don't want to go in the centre and go, look, can't help you. You want to give them something. You want to give them something they want to get. They want to get started. And a lot of them say, "Oh, I'm excited to start this." Good. And that's what you want to hear. I'm really excited. I can't wait. I'm going to try. I'm going to start now. Great. Off they go. So that's what you want. You don't want to just go, just do that.
No,
I like to put it. So with my programming, I like to do the warm up at the start. Cool down at the end. It's got a bit of hip training. I like to put in a functional move. Cover all the main muscle groups, legs, chest, back, shoulders, core. So you kind of put that in one little package for them. So you don't want them in here for an hour, kind of 40 minutes, 45 max. Otherwise they go, oh, I've got to do that, and I'll kind of get a bit...
Correct. Or they don't finish it all or something. Or
so you want to be able to get in there, smash it out. And the way I train, that's my personal preference, is that I like to do maybe 2 exercises at once. So you're not sitting there waiting. So you might do chest and back. Something like that. So, and I'll set myself up, do that, and I'll say to them, look, you can double this one up. You can do this with this one, kind of, and just get through it, smash through it, get out of here, get it done.
Time effective.
Correct.
And so they've got a bit more high intensity. And they get better results, especially if it's with fat loss and stuff like that.
No, excellent, mate. And you still smash out the workouts. So what's your training looking like at the moment?
Look, over the last 40 years, I think I've seen all the different types of training. You've got supersets. Split, 3-day split, 5-day, all that kind of stuff. So I've just been trying the 3-day split, which is the Monday chest and triceps, Wednesday back and biceps, and Fridays legs and shoulders. So I've tried that for a little while, and look, I try all these and I give them out. Right, I've done it. And the one I'm doing at the moment is where I'm just trying to do the 3 basic sets. And on the 3rd set, the last set, so I'm just going to do a drop. So basically, I'll punch out the 12, then I'll move the pin up or I'll go down a weight, and I'll do as many as I can, might be 8. move it up so you don't have any rest, and you just do that until you get down to the little dumbbells. I did shoulder raise today. I got down to the 3s. I think I got 8, and I was just gone.
Yep.
Right, so I do that on each body part. So on the Thursday, that's what I'll do.
No,
so that's what I'm doing at the moment. That's my latest technique.
But how has your training changed from what you're doing now from when you first started in the gym?
Yeah, because when I first started, didn't know what I was doing. Got the card, followed what the guy told me, and you get the gains. You do get the gains. I remember I put on, I think I was 63 when I started kilo, and I went up to 71 in the first year.
Wow.
You don't know how good it is, but yeah. So, and I've been probably 86, 87 for the last 40 years, and it just hasn't changed. Like I think, you know, I've got a picture when I was did the Body for Life in 2000, and I reckon if I took a picture, I'd be pretty similar.
That's excellent.
So I can't complain that, obviously, you know, but I've tried all the different techniques and stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's just evolved from there. So I've learned stuff. You're always learning. I'm always kind of Googling and looking at, you get those things, feeds coming up on Facebook, and that's interesting. How to train your shoulders, how to do that. And you get different ideas, and okay, I might incorporate that. And sometimes I'll take a photo of it and write down some notes. So I'm always trying to evolve.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to just kind of roll out the same stuff. So yeah, that just keeps it interesting for me and the clients. You don't want them getting bored.
Yeah.
Very true.
So when they come back for their review, I always, I don't change the whole program. I might change 3 or 4 moves in that program.
Adjust it.
And they go, oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I like that. And off they go again. It's like a fresh start.
Great. Yeah.
Right. So you've got to keep one step. So they're coming in. I did that last time. What can I give them? So you kind of have a bit of a sneak peek. Okay, I've got that. Yeah, I think I'll go with that, and yeah, they can do that.
Great.
So you kind of, you know, and then you get into the splits and then supersets like that. So like a core workout, they might do the dead bug.
Yep.
And then they might flip over and do the Superman thing. So you know, you can kind of do that without stopping. So you just try and mix it up, try and keep it interesting for them. That's all you can do. And you can't, as I said to one this morning, I said we can't come to your door, knock on the door and drag you out. You've got to want to come here.
100%. Yeah.
So, but that's all you can do.
Yeah. The members got to realise that no matter how many years you might be coming to gym for, gym is always going to be a trial and error. We always need to be trying new things, see if they work, and if they fail, it's not the be all and end all. We'll try the next thing that's coming, and it's always something about what I've seen you as a trainer. You're always striving for them to feel that sense of achievement at the same time, and it might not work the first time, but give it a go a second time or change it up for the next time, and we'll see how it goes. And I think having you as a trainer upstairs with all the other trainers that are coming through, they very much look up to you as a trainer and show that connection that you have with your members. And like Jake said, amazing testament to the value that you hold in the health club, and it's amazing to have you up there and have members always hang up, where's Bretto? Is he working out upstairs? Or has he got his My Zone on? He's up here somewhere. So it's great to see that connection from the members.
But all the trainers are also young. I suppose they're all young to me, but you know, they're just still babies and they're just all starting out. But as you just touched on there, everyone's different, and that's why I explained to them. I said, look, we start you off with a program or 2 or a couple of months, and you might get a few good gains, and then you might flatten out. But when we do the body scan, we do the measurements, and they're just little things we can do, checkpoints, that might not be working for you. So, you know, 3 sets of 12 might just not be working for you. What can we do? Make it 15. And then another thing is that I tell them, I say, look, you know, you'll get to a point, and everyone does. You cannot lift physically, you cannot lift any more on us in any particular move. You get to a limit. Everyone gets to a limit.
It's that education to the members.
So what I say is that, you know what happens then? What do you do? So, well, you do extra reps or you do extra sets. So it's all about time under tension with muscle development and stuff like that. So I explain to them, I say, look, you know, but for the first couple of years, you know, probably 3 sets will do. And then, you know, 12 to 15, maybe down 8. So you can go anywhere between 6 and 15, some 20. So there's all these variations you can apply and get results. So it's just a matter of trying to, I remember doing like the push-pull legs one. The one I particularly found, I was trying myself, pretty brutal, because it has active rest. So you do your set, and then you've got to do burpees or something instead of sitting there.
It's like, didn't you just kill me already?
Burpees. So, I mean, I was down in the garage when I first did that in my shed working out at home. I came up and I was just, what have you been doing? I said,
this.
I stuck with that for the 3 months. I went through it,
Amazing,
so,
mate. Nice. Yep.
but that was just, that was tough, yeah.
I think it's nice how you say to the members what's going to happen, and you give them that education before they get to that tipping point, so they don't just go, oh, I give up now. If they already know what's about to happen and they're already preempting, or I could get to that point potentially of not being able to lift heavier. Brett's already mentioned that to me. Okay, let's know it's not the be all and end all, that I can't go further than this. Let's think about what Brett told me before. So it's really good educational basis, things that you give out to the members as well, that makes them keep coming back, I think, for sure.
And also they all want to know dietary stuff.
Yes.
Right, because we're physios and we're dietitians.
Oh, we're everything.
we are doctors. So you kind of, okay, you kind of go, right, okay, the proteins. Now you want to, especially if you want to gain muscle or lose fat, because basically, I explain to them, try and have a high protein, and you're trying to lose body fat, just cut down on the carbs or keep it to a minimum. And basically, I just say, put away the toast, you get rid of the bread and the pasta and that. And so it's okay, you can have some sweet potato or something. But the thing is that, I'll explain to people, when you have protein, basically the body uses about 30% more energy to process it. So it burns, it's like putting coal in a fire. It fires up the calorie burn. Right? So people kind of don't realise little things like that, little tweaks like that. So you can actually gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. But you can up the protein and keep the carbs reasonable. You can do that. You can achieve that. So, they're just trying to educate them as much as they can.
Excellent.
And you can sit there all day and basically just go, this and this and this and this, and their head will probably explode.
For sure.
So you just try and feed them a little bit at a time, and every time they come back, and I'll have some different questions, and just try and help them out. That's all you can do.
Yep. Nice. With our, older adult groups that we've been doing with yourself as well, so we've got the Limbrook that you're currently running at the moment, the Bella Bella and the Men Shed. What advice have you given them, regarding exercise and the benefits of doing so, I guess?
Yep, the seniors.
Yep.
The seniors, they're older than me, probably the same age, some of them. Basically, as we grow older, we lose strength. You lose muscle, you lose... So I try and work on the main movements of grip strength. You have to do some curls with the fingers and the dumbbells and all that kind of stuff like that. And also, as we get older, we don't lift our feet when we walk as much. So the muscle, called the psoas down the front here, goes through into the pelvis and all that. That's the only muscle joining the upper body and the lower body.
Wow. Yep.
So that's the one basically when you're walking. So you strengthen that by just putting a band on the front of the foot and resisting, or even high knees, stuff like that. And maybe some core stuff. So core you just can't do enough of. And you'll get them sitting on a chair. I don't make them get on the ground because they probably won't be able to get up above them, and I get dirty looks. So you try and do a core-based chair workout. You lean back and you've got the leg scissors going and all that kind of thing, sit-ups like that. And then you've got the bands and the dumbbells. So you've got a bit of variety there. And you just kind of go through, and I try and do a full body. And it's really good when you get feedback and they'll come up to you and say, I used to struggle to do this and now I'm flying. And that's what you want. Great. I've got a guy who had a shoulder reconstruction, reverse. So they put the socket at the top of the arm and they fix the ball into the original socket, so it's crazy.
It's wild.
And he's basically come up, this was about 2 months ago now, and said, his doctor is amazed at the range of motion he's got. He's never had that success. What are you doing? He goes, I'm doing that. He goes, I keep doing it. So awesome feedback. But he chips away at it. We do all the shoulder moves with the bands and the dumbbells. And he goes, it feels a little bit different.
Would, yeah.
But he's got pretty much, he's probably 80% range, so he's wrapped.
Yeah, and you got the fitness testing for the Men Shed tomorrow?
I've got that all sorted. Got the paperwork all ready to go, so we'll put them through that tomorrow, and hopefully it doesn't rain, because we need to get out in the car park. I think we finish up with a 6-minute walk.
Yeah,
And
nice.
just measure how many metres they can do.
Yeah, perfect.
And we've got 3 or 4 of them jog the whole way. That's pretty impressive.
Beautiful.
So there's a few really fit ones there, and there's a few that just kind of dawdle on. But we measure it, and I've printed out sheets comparing what they did in May.
Oh, awesome.
So I'll hand that out and I'll say, rightio, you can look it up. Usually I'll sit there and I'll kind of do it, also just give it out to them, and they can compare. I might do that before and say, okay, this is what you've got to beat.
Yeah,
So look up your PB, right, that's what you got to beat. You got to beat this. So off you go. And you give them a bit of incentive like that. It's crazy. Some of the stuff. One of the ones where they have to get up out of a chair, go around a cone, 8 feet in front of them, sit down, stopwatch. Very competitive.
Oh, they sound like they would
get
be.
up and you think, I didn't know he could move that quick. They get up and they're and off they go. Go and so no, looking forward to that. It's always good fun.
Yeah, it is.
As I said, we haven't done it since May, so it's well overdue. So
definitely, mate. Yeah.
Good luck to all of them.
But Ernie sent out the manager. He sent out all the things. Make sure you're ready, and he sent out all these little emails.
They're all prepped, ready to go.
Yeah.
I said, should we tell them, Ernie, because they might not turn up. They might go, I might miss this one. I'll come to the
Yeah, they'll try and skip it.
I think there's 1 or 2 weeks left. Finish on the 14th.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Coming up
sure.
Christmas.
It's a good way to finish it off with fitness testing, so you can start back and hopefully none of them
Yeah, so
really
there you go.
lost too
So
much of
there you go. You've set the benchmark.
Yep.
When you come back,
Go again.
this is where we go. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's where we're starting from. So yeah, it's good fun.
And we're in, like, I guess, the final week of the challenge this week coming. So everyone's got to do their scans. Do you have any advice for anyone, or the members that are coming to do their final scan for the 8-week challenge?
Oh yeah, got to the pointy end of the challenge now, so it's death or glory, I reckon. Basically, I've just, as I was just telling you before, I've sent all the texts out to all my guys saying next week's it. I was just talking to one of the guys over there I train, and he's booked in to do his scan.
Great. Yep.
And all the others have said, look, I don't have to be here, just get in here, get it done.
Yep.
And we can assess them the week after, doesn't matter. But yeah, just try and get it done so we can wrap it up and see how you went.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty exciting.
Excellent.
I've said those are exciting times. At the start of the text, you're going, what's this all about?
Entice them.
So I'm getting them in.
Yep.
And then I go, okay, I've got to do my scan. Yeah, okay.
Yep. So that was a good point that Brett made. So next week with the scan, if your trainer's not available, just grab one of the trainers on the gym floor and get it done. The best time to do it is in the morning, and make sure you don't have too much caffeine beforehand. You're meant to try and replicate the same scan as you did the first time. So if you did it afternoon the first time, you want to try and do it for the afternoon again to have, I guess, consistent results. But for the most accurate scan, it's in the morning, no caffeine, not much food or water as well.
Before a workout.
Before a workout too. Yep. So try and follow those before you come in for your last scan, and you'll get some pretty accurate results, and hopefully we'll see some pretty outstanding results as well at the same time. So it's exciting. Yeah.
Be good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
I tried to basically, when we first started the challenge, and I communicated with all my group, I said, it's a team. Yeah. Okay? This is Team Brutus. Okay, we want to be the top team and all that. So I had a bit of a laugh and chuckle about it, but I know I've got at least 4 that are into the fight. Yeah. So hopefully, we get some good results.
Excellent,
awesome.
mate. Yeah, amazing.
But trial and tribulation with all of them. It's like one of them where we couldn't figure out why after 4 weeks he'd trained the house down, he'd been eating properly, wasn't losing weight. He was having 7 coffees a day.
Oh, there you go, that's your issue.
2 sugars, full cream, 300 calories a shot, 1,500 a day. So ever since then he's dropped about 1 kilo a week.
Beautiful. Just changing that small
Just
thing.
little things like that, because we just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing a PT. Yeah, especially the PTs, I reckon.
Yeah, no,
100%.
I don't know, I suppose he's still coming back for more because we used to work hard.
Yeah, that's great.
But so that's all good.
No, well done. Yeah, and thank you for coming on today, Brett.
No, pleasure.
Excited to have you on, and some really great advice that you've been able to share with everyone on the podcast today. So as a thank you for coming on, our sponsor Nutrition Warehouse have provided a lean whey protein from Gen-X. So
Genetics.
Yeah. Genetics. So that's for you for coming on. So thank you very much. This
wealth
week,
of knowledge.
Yeah, correct. So get your scan in this week. We've also got a new class starting next Wednesday at 8 p.m. with Beck, which is the midweek recovery. So if you're needing some extra recovery, we're doing some foam rolling, some stretching, some, I guess, active recovery as well, with some activation exercises too. So really good one for, I guess, if you're looking just to recover in the middle of the week or you're feeling a bit sore or tight. It'd be just a 30-minute class on the gym floor. Apart from that, thanks everyone for watching today, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.